How's it going, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Thorn's Jungle. Hope you are all well and had a good week. We've got a guest today. Scott, my brother, will be joining us again on Thorn's Jungle, this time to discuss a documentary we did in Malaysia called The Tale of the Tapir. It's actually the third installment, but how's it going, Scott?
Yeah, I'm good, man. How you doing?
Yeah, not too bad. I mean, it's bloody amazing weather today, isn't it? It's like 27 degrees.
It's a beautiful day. Yeah.
Bloody awesome. It's even going to be nicer tomorrow as well. So perfect weather to be sitting outside. We're at Scott's house, and he's got his podcast set up outside, which is nice in this weather. And Scott's got his own podcast called the Jam Room Podcast. If you're into music and then yeah, check it out.
Yeah, check it out or don't. Either way is cool. It's up to you. It's a free world.
Yeah, Scott's having a beer. I'm having a Pepsi Max.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a loser. So, yeah. So today we've skipped ahead because I did an episode on the first documentary we did. So a little background: Scott has come out on three different documentaries that we've done. The first one was Temple of the Viper, and I did a episode on that. Should have gotten Scott on that. We could actually do it again with Scott because he would remember stuff that I didn't. Then we did The Bearcat of Borneo and Tale of the Tapir. So we're jumping forward a bit to Tale of the Tapir because there's a little story in there that a lot of people have been asking about. So we thought,
and just on that note, fuck, I miss travel.
oh yeah, no shit.
Like, I kind of feel like sometime this year we would be doing another one
Yeah,
if everything was, blue skies like it used to be. It's a real shame, but yeah,
it
they
sucks.
were fucking great documentaries.
Yeah, I mean,
Had a lot of fun.
that's like one thing I miss doing, and I used to do it every night. I would sit on my phone and look at flights to places, and kind of not plan a trip, but see what potentially we could do.
Dude, there's something just about like entertaining the thought of what you can do. It's just humbling sometimes.
Oh, exactly. You're like, well, I can
Whether
go
you
here. I can
commit
go
or
there.
not, like it's just like, oh, if I wanted to, I could do this. We don't even have those thoughts anymore.
I know.
It sucks.
You don't know what you've got until it's been taken away from you. And
Yeah.
but I mean, this time a year ago, it was like, I mean, just the point now that we're even discussing international travel coming back is cool because a year ago it was like there wasn't even an end in sight.
Yeah. Humans will figure this out. I'm sure of it.
Well, yeah.
I don't think we're going backwards. I don't think we're getting fucking taken over by some draconian bullshit.
Not yet.
Not yet, but I think the human spirit will prevail.
Yeah.
I'm an optimist.
Yeah, well, you got to be, especially in a time like this. And yeah, I think, I mean, we're not going to go back to normal. I know that. But we'll go back to as normal as we can get, I hope. But, this shit's going to be around for a while. So, fuck. As long as I can get out and do something in the jungle or something, I'll be happy. I'm selfish with it because, like, I don't care if people... I don't care if you can't go on holiday. I just want to be able to go. Like, not on holiday, but I just want to be able to go out and film a TV show or something. As long as I can go and do that, I don't care if you guys can't go to Bali or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, as long as I can get out and film a TV show, I'm fine. But that's just
Well, that's the same. Like
selfish.
anything that's kind of a, I don't know, feels like some kind of charitable endeavor is somewhat selfish at some level, anyway.
Yeah. I mean, I'm like, all my, all the friends and stuff are like, I don't care if we don't travel. I don't care. I'm like, yeah, but that's not your livelihood. Like, my livelihood now is doing a TV show or something. That's what I do. And that's what I want to do. So it's like, it sucks for me not being able to travel internationally, but hopefully that's going to change.
Yeah, but like, let's face it, we got a lot in.
Yeah.
While we could, and yeah, it was fun as fuck. So, Tale of the Tapir. I don't know. You want to get into it, man? Where do you want to start with this incredible little journey that we went on?
Well, it was. Well, I just like gotten back from India, and I did India. Scott didn't film that one, but I got back from India, and the guy that came with me was like, "Is there any other documentaries you want to do?" And I was like, "Well, there is. I want to find the tapir in Malaysia, the Malayan tapir." And he was keen for it. I even booked his flights.
That's right. Yeah.
And he bailed, and like, Scott was keen, so Scott jumped on.
It's fuck it. It wasn't really a hard sell, Adam.
Yeah,
Like, if someone comes up to you and says, "Hey, look, I'll pay for you to come on this epic journey. All you got to do is learn how to use this camera." I don't know. It's not really much of a choice. You got to do it.
The thing is, like, we got the camera learning bit out of the way in Temple of the Viper, because you pretty much had to learn everything with that camera, and because it was digital SLR, so there was issues with the ISO and shit.
And the only thing that improved, because I didn't really study and get better in between, so they all kind of looked the same. But we used a drone for the first time ever.
Yeah, that was gold. I mean, so a background of where we were. So basically, you fly to Kuala Lumpur, and then it's like normally it's like a 5-hour drive out to Tamanagara.
Yeah, so I was really hoping you would start with this story.
Yeah.
Go forward.
So we get off the airplane, and we're like, we stayed did we stay the night in the May Tower?
No, we didn't stay a night at all. We went
there.
straight out of the airport. The
That's
first
right.
guy that offered us a lift,
Yeah.
we asked him to take us to Tamanagara.
Yeah. So normally you'd get a bus, like you'd get a coach there. But I was like, nah, fuck it. I can't be stuffed waiting around at bus stations and shit like that. So let's just get a taxi there, And what was it like? By the 5th hour, we're like, all right, we've got to be nearly there.
And it didn't end. It didn't end. I don't know how long this taxi ride was. It's got to be between 6 and 8 hours.
It was like 8 hours in this fucking tiny taxi. And Scott and I are both over 6 feet tall. It's not comfortable in an average sedan. It's in like the back seat and stuff.
Hot as fuck.
Hot as fuck. And
the guy had the windows open, so the aircon wasn't effective at all.
Yeah, and he kept on stopping to piss quite often as well, I recall.
And he had agreed from the airport to take us there. And so after about 4 or 5 hours, he starts getting real pissed off that he's agreed to this fucking journey. So it got more and more uncomfortable. It was not a good way to get to this remote little...
Man.
I don't even know if you'd call it a town. It was a little village, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, this guy would start doing the huffing and puffing. So like for the last 2 hours of this journey, we're just in silence hearing this guy just going...
Yeah.
Just getting more and more pissed off.
And it didn't help. He was driving like 50 kilometers an hour the whole time, and cars were overtaking us. And we're like, why the fuck is he going so slow? And then getting angry about it. Yeah,
he fucked
did.
himself up.
But he had to stay the night in that town.
Yeah, I remember him making a phone call to his wife to tell her that he wouldn't be home that night.
Yeah. But hell, man, I think that cost me like $300 or something. Just insane.
Yeah, it was about the same as the flights.
Yeah, and I mean, I've gone back to that jungle twice after, and I got the coach, and it was like $7, and you can recline the seat in the aircon. It took half the time. In a bus, it took half the time. So, bloody hell.
All right. It is what it is.
Yeah.
So anyway, we get there.
This like village, this town, it's like maybe one road, and it's just got a few little...
Well, there was a road that came
shops.
into town that stopped, that had a dead end.
Yeah.
At that school there.
And then you go right.
And then there was
like
another
loop.
road. So it's technically 2 roads, but it's like the extent. It's like a one road with a big driveway.
Yeah.
And that was the rest of the village, right?
Yeah.
No, there was a couple of little... This is called pathways coming off there, right?
Yeah. But it's like, I mean, yeah, we had an issue. There was no ATMs there.
Yeah, there was no ATM in the village. So whatever cash we had on us is what was good for... We got about a week out of that cash.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, and I mean, that was after I'd given most of it to the bloody taxi driver, so I couldn't withdraw any. So I was like, shit. But it's like, to get to the jungle, you have to cross the Tahan River, I think it's called, and you pay like this little guy a ringgit.
Yeah,
and
one ringgit.
Yeah, and he'll take you over to the entrance to the jungle pretty much. And that's where we'll go on every day. We'll get up get the little guy to take us across the river.
Mm-hmm.
And so we were looking for the Malayan tapir. So they're actually more. There's less of them than there are giant pandas in the world, and they're like critically endangered. All tapirs are, but this one looks the best because it's almost got panda patterns on it. It's like black and white.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Awesome animal. But the thing is, I thought it was going to be an easy trip because the Mutiara, which is like the hotel kind of thing.
It's the only hotel on the national park side of this river. So the rest of the village is on one side. The only thing on the other side was this Mutiara resort,
Which was
and that's
closed.
That's where we had originally booked to stay as well.
Yeah, it would have been a lot easier. But a few months earlier, there was like insane floods.
But they had they had a tapir that would frequent the grounds.
There was a tapir that would walk in and walk around, and you could get fairly close to it. So I was like, this is going to be easy. We could wait for that to be in the jungle, and we just film that.
Or still do our adventures, but like at least we can get footage of this one.
We're guaranteed to find the animal that we were looking for, which in like when you're doing wildlife stuff, that's the point of it. You have an animal that you need to find, and what we would do is we would find it first, and then we can just film all the rest afterwards because we've got the hard part out of the way. You don't want to film all the majority of your stuff and then wait till the last minute to find the actual animal that you were there to find.
Yeah, you got to know what your climax is going to be.
Yeah. So, but what had happened is a few months earlier, there was like incredible floods. Like the water level rose like 50 meters. Remember that roof was underwater in those photos. And
I know that blue roof that was on top of the bank. So I want to say 20, 25 meter floodwaters, something like that, maybe 50.
Yeah.
Like,
well, the Mutiara was underwater.
Yeah.
So, and you remember that giant staircase you have to walk up? That's like a bloody 30-meter staircase. And then
it's like 12 flights of stairs.
Yeah. So what had happened is the local tapir that was walking around that used to come into that area had gone. He'd retreated. We couldn't find him.
And the resort was still closed.
It was still closed, yeah. I mean,
that's why we weren't staying there.
Yeah.
That was still closed.
It was still closed. And so we were staying on the other side of the river, but it was an easy journey across. And yeah, we were trying to get some shots. It must have been the first or the second day, and that's when the drone thing happened. So I had a drone, and Scott had never used it before.
Oh, I had used it about 3 times at a no.
Oh yeah, no, we took it down to Woodvale Waters and we're practicing briefly.
Once. And I thought I had this, but I freaked out at the time. And we were on the edge of this riverbank, and Adam's getting ready to sort of cross the river, and I was going to film him with a drone. It's going to be an epic shot. We still ended up getting the shot, guys. It doesn't end up that bad, but as soon as I turned this drone on, went to fly, I forgot what back and forward was. And I got completely mixed up and just crashed it straight into the water. And I thought I'd ruined the entire trip. It was literally one of the darkest moments of my life as far as like your stomach feeling of, oh shit, you fucked up. You know what I mean? That hasn't happened to me that often in life, but this one stands out because I heard you sigh.
Well, I was walking across and I just hear this, oh fuck, shit. And I look and just see it like full fanging sideways and like smashing into the bank and then rolling into like the water.
Because I freaked out between forward and back, and it's slowly drifting towards the trees.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to accelerate it into the trees, and I was kind of frozen in that moment.
But you probably would have been better off.
Either way, it worked out.
But those drones are like pretty damn hardy. Like it survived a beating in India as well. It fell into water.
This is before like drones really took off. Like this was like a Phantom 3, right?
Yeah. So it was a big fucking clunky thing, and you actually attach a GoPro to it. Like it doesn't come with a camera on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we got the drone working. Like it worked, and we got some epic shots and stuff. But I think Tale of the Tapir was one of the it was the only documentary that we did that didn't actually have any snakes in it this time. There was only snake skin that we found inside that tree.
Oh shit!
Yeah, so
I've never thought of that.
Yeah.
Wow.
But we got some cool stuff like the monitor lizard. That was cool. Caught a nice clouded monitor.
Was huge.
Yeah,
huge. Scratched
good
you up
size.
good.
Yeah, he hacked me up.
Not quite as good as Kings of Painters scratched you up.
Nah.
He was pretty epic.
But yeah, monitor lizard scratched the fuck out of you.
He wasn't as big as the one that you mentioned in a previous podcast where we were talking about the Viper.
Yeah, the Temple of the Viper, that water monitor.
Because that water monitor was not the one that we caught. The one that we saw beforehand was literally the size of like a crocodile.
It was like 8 foot long.
It was a salty walking around.
It was like a bloody chasing after a Komodo dragon. And I'm actually glad we didn't catch that one because I would have jumped on it and been like, what the fuck do I do? This thing's bigger than me.
Yeah, he would have unzipped you, man.
Easily. Yeah, easily.
I would have filmed it.
Well, I would hope so. Like, if I'm gonna get fucking eviscerated, I want to be it to be on camera.
Yeah, there's a certain level of blood that I'd probably drop the camera, but haven't had to test that
Only
yet.
because you probably would have fainted. Oh fuck, donk. But like, so Tamandagara is huge. It's a national park. It's 4,500 square kilometers. All right, so it is damn big. It's massive, and the actual rainforest itself is one of the oldest rainforests. They estimate it's about 130 million years old. So it's this ancient, vast jungle, and it's as
Dude, I
jungle
swear
as
to
you
God,
get.
some of those people working on those boats were about that old as well.
Oh, easily.
Those old fishermen,
Nah,
they got to be at least 1 million.
They were only like 24 years old. It's just the sun.
It's a hard life out there.
But yeah. So basically, we would walk into the jungle every day, spend the majority of the day getting shots, trying to find animals to sort of fill the gaps in. But because with this tapir one, we didn't find the tapir until like the very end of the trip. We were getting stressed out, and I remember we were going through like, what else can we do this documentary on if we don't find this animal?
How do we shift focus?
Yeah, because we need something.
Like, I don't know if your audience has to appreciate there's a difference between what we did and what like Hollywood big studio productions do.
Oh, big
We
time.
didn't have a script or a story or like rented animals or anything like that to fucking hook up. So you go out, explore the jungle, and find what you find, and then decide whether it's cool enough to make a segment about.
Exactly.
We film everything, but then there's something that, you know what, this is actually really fucking cool. Let's do a segment on this.
Yeah.
So we ended up doing a segment on like a fallen tree.
Yeah.
Because it was a fucking really cool
I
fallen tree.
actually love that
It's the
segment.
size of my house.
Yeah, and it's like this tree is horizontal on the floor, but when you're on top of it, you're still like 3 stories high.
Yeah. It was a giant.
And
so cool. And you went back and saw that years later.
I went back, 4 years ago, and it was because we filmed Taylor Tapir in like 2015, I think it was, and yeah, when I went back, it was just eaten by the jungle. Like it was
gone.
Yeah, it was gone. I still walked on it, but instead of being above like the majority of the jungle floor, I was like amongst the jungle floor. Like the jungle floor had just grown up to like the side of this tree.
2 more years and that thing's soiled.
Oh yeah, it would just be bloody sawdust on the floor. But yeah, like Scott was saying, these documentaries that we did are like as real as you can get, because we didn't have people catching the animals for us. We didn't have people planting the animals for us. Yeah, we caught some of the animals and then set up shops with them, but we cached them.
Oh, there's
them
no way you
animals.
can film a good segment after the adrenaline of catching some of those things.
Yeah.
And some of the things that we spent so long trying to catch, we never ended up catching. So we could never film.
Yeah.
So there's hours out of your day. We would try and track that fucking flying lizard, that Draco lizard,
Jeez. Yeah.
for hours.
Yeah. Those things.
And he kept climbing up trees and flying to another one. And then we'd run to that tree. Like, I didn't even know how the fuck we were going to catch this
Yeah,
thing.
I've actually talked to people that are caught there. So these Draco they're gliding lizards. They're lizards and their ribs extend out with the membrane in between, so they can
That's
glide.
their ribs?
Yeah, it's an extension of their ribs.
Fucking
Yeah,
hell.
so normally you get gliders that have like a membrane between their forelimbs and hind limbs, but this is actually an extension of their ribs. And they when they're on the tree, you don't even think they have these things because they just look like normal lizards. But then you'll just see something that look like a butterfly buzz past your head, and you're like, that was a fucking lizard.
Yeah.
But I learned
And
recently.
you don't notice until you see it land.
Yeah.
And then it all folds away. You're like, now I'm looking at a lizard.
Yes.
That was a weird transformation.
Yeah. And the best way to catch them, I learnt, was not by a net or anything like that, but by noosing them with fishing wire. Sneaking up on them with a stick with a bit of fishing wire as a noose, and then noosing them.
Holy
It
crap.
was, yeah. There's even with a net. They're
We
just
had
so
sticks. We
unpredictable.
didn't have fishing wire.
Yeah, we were trying to throw sticks near it to scare it, so it will glide down to a lower, sort of a lower branch. But yeah, it just didn't work because it would they can glide for like 40 meters at a time. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that wasn't the first time. There was another time closer to where we were staying. that
yeah,
we
right
were
on the
hunting
trees, right outside our
right outside
rooms.
the route.
Yeah.
And still couldn't get it.
Nah.
Still couldn't get it.
No, that would have been so cool on camera because they look like mini dragons. They're awesome, awesome lizards. Just Google a picture of one, Draco gliding lizard or Draco flying lizard.
That's one thing that's like really missing from culture when they depict dragons is like beautiful colors to their wings, because like it had like a moth eye sort of thing on its flap there.
Yeah.
Right? What you said, it's its ribs or whatever.
Mm.
It had a design on it. It wasn't just like a piece of bat skin, you know.
Nah, it still had because it's so small. It's still a form of aposematism, which is brightly coloured, means leave me alone
Yeah,
kind
get
of
the
thing.
fuck out of here. Yeah.
But they got that dewlap, which acts as like a flag. Remember that little yellow thing under the neck that was like flapping? That was like sort of to attract mates and stuff. But with dragons and stuff, they probably wouldn't need aposematism because there's nothing predating them.
Yeah, that's true. They don't need to look like a butterfly.
No, they would only have colours to attract a mate, pretty much.
That's worthwhile.
Yeah. Only the males, of course. The males are colourful. We're the prettiest. But so what other animals? Oh yeah, that cave. We found a cave.
Oh yeah, shit. Yeah, the cave. Yeah.
So we came across this French.
That's one of the coolest days ever, by the way. Because that was a serious hike to get there.
Well,
It was almost vertical.
fucking sheer cliff, pretty
sheer
much.
cliff that we had to hike up. That was no joke. And we had met a guy in the town the day before, and he said it's not that bad. Turns
Yeah.
out this guy was like one of the world's best herpers.
Yeah, he's a French herpetologist, and he's like, pretty well renowned one.
And he was like doing this shit in like pretty much barefoot.
Mm.
Like he was just he was the one that told you the tactic of get out early and run.
Yeah. So what happens is with most animals, when you are quiet and sneaking up to them, that's what predators do. Predators stalk animals. They are quiet, and if you're not threatening, you'll just walk normally past them, and and animals won't be threatened by it, like per se. That was his sort of logic behind it, was just walk normally, walk fast, and you'll either spring up on one.
Yeah, because he was kind of making out like it's foolish if you're walking slowly, and yeah, you are quieter. They've still heard you.
Oh, and they've smelt you
And so
a mile away.
you've given them more chance to get away if you're going slowly. So you might as well just do it fast, and then they still haven't maybe reacted yet. And so that's how he was giving you tips to find some fucking rare animals. You know,
yeah.
like some things that everybody sees. Everybody's going to see them anyway. That bird's going to land next year.
Yeah.
But some like weird primates out there that he was saying you got to get a glimpse of this, which we never did.
Gibbons.
The gibbons. We never got to see the gibbons out there.
No.
He's saying, you know what? If you get up early and you like pretty much jog your way 3 or 4 kilometers into this jungle, you'll catch them off guard.
I mean, when I was there, the second time I was there, I heard them every day. But you'd never fucking see them. And it hell annoyed me because I've never actually seen, haven't I? No, I've never seen wild gibbons. I haven't. Not wild gibbons, but I hear them because it's one of my favorite sounds in the jungle is hearing the gibbons singing.
Yeah.
But I never actually see them because they just want to keep the hell away from you. You got to, not sneak up on them, but you got to fucking hike through and
catch them by
'em.
surprise.
Yeah, exactly. But so he saw a female and its calf of a tapir. Yeah, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I saw one yesterday." We're like, "Are you fucking
And
serious?"
using that method,
Yeah.
he sprinted up that very sheer cliff
Yeah,
that
no,
we
we're
were
up there.
and that's why we went the next day. But yeah, we didn't find the tapir that time, but we did find this fucking
a
huge cave.
Sick cave, eh? It was wicked. It was full of bats and giant toads.
Yeah.
I remember, did I chuck it on you?
Yeah, so all right. So at the bottom of this cave was a flowing river, right? Remember that? It was water down the bottom, and it was pretty damn far down, so you're kind of like crabbing your way over these rocks, and there's bats fucking lining the ceiling, and right underneath you is just guano everywhere. Fucking guano. Right? The great white bat makes great white guano. One of the stupidest things in science ever said. And yeah, I did say Ace Ventura was science. Anyway, so we're there, and I'm filming Adam doing a segment about this massive bufong toad. Was that the?
It was a bufo genus toad for sure. Yeah.
This thing was
Actually, I don't think they are bufo anymore. They've changed the genus name, I think. But yeah.
I don't know what to say. This thing was the size of, but like, I want to say maybe 30 centimeter, 20 centimeters.
It was football sized.
Yeah. It was like the biggest toad you've ever seen. Check out the documentary if you want to see how big this toad is.
Yeah.
And so I'm like wedged in this crevasse, right? And I've got the light, I've got the camera, I'm filming Adam, my hands are busy. Adam films a segment and puts the toad on my lap. And I'm the most uncomfortable I've ever been in my life. Today, that is still the most uncomfortable I've ever been in my life.
I just remember you like vibrating, like get off.
Like, yeah, I think I yelled at you that day.
Yeah.
The funniest thing about that whole cave scene, to me, was at the end we found that there was a hole in the ceiling and you could get back out.
Yeah.
And there happened to be a perfect vine hanging down. And so we set up this shot. Adam's just going to climb up the vine to get out of this cave, which is how we got out of the cave. But he climbs up without using his legs. He just does the whole hands thing.
You just see my legs like disappearing up like from the entrance of this cave.
It's one of the best shots of the doco.
Yeah, it looks like I'm just being hoisted up because you just see my legs just dead weight, just hanging, just lifting out of this cave.
All upper body strength.
Oh yeah, that's all I got.
He had to lift me out of there.
Yeah,
I couldn't do that shit even with my legs.
But what else was there? So we like with the animals in there. We had the monitor, we had the bat scene with the toad.
We had another beautiful lizard.
Yeah, the green dragon.
Yeah.
Oh no, and we had the gecko as well.
We had that giant toke gecko.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And
he was huge. His hand was the size
massive.
of my. His head, sorry, was the size of my fist.
Yeah, and he was missing a leg as well.
Soldier.
And that cool frog. So it was a spotted litter frog.
Yeah, the one with the red eyes.
Yeah, underneath it looked like a dragon fruit. It was like white with with black dots on it. That was cool.
Beautiful thing. Again, maybe the first time it was ever filmed.
Yeah.
Couldn't find anything about that frog.
Yeah, so on Bearcat of Borneo, we filmed a Malayan blue coral snake subspecies, the Bornean subspecies, and that was the first time, to my knowledge, that it was ever caught on camera, ever filmed. And then this frog, I can't find any other footage of it. So yeah, they're pretty uncommon. But yeah, that was cool. It's another could be first of. But yeah, so we're setting up shots. We're doing the trekking shots. We get close-ups of feet, bashing through the jungle and things like that. And we want to add a time lapse. And this is the incredible UFO story, guys. This is it.
Yeah, I don't know how incredible it is.
It's not that
because there's a million UFO stories out there. This is just another UFO story.
Yeah. We didn't get abducted this time.
Yeah. So we're on this beach. We're setting up a camping scene. Adam's got his tent out, right?
I've pitched a tent.
He's pitched his tent, and then he went and set up a place to stay.
And I hit the sack as well.
And so we're filming all these time-lapse shots. So all our cameras are occupied, right? Just filming Adam, watching the sun go down. The sun goes down. And we're still filming these time-lapses, and I don't know. What did you see?
Well, what you got to understand is when you're out there, it is as pitch black as you can ever get. Like, you turn off your flashlights and stuff.
Not so much there on the beach, I got to say. Like,
the beach wasn't too bad because it was
if you're under the
up.
canopy, absolutely, it's
pitch black.
It's pitch black. But when we're out on this little river beach, the stars were amazing.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Like, you don't get as much light pollution or anything like that, so you can see the stars really well. And we're doing this time lapse, so I'm sitting in front of the tent as the sun goes down. And the thing is, we need the sun to be fully down for it to look like nighttime. Otherwise, the camera will pick up any sort of light. So we had to make sure that the sun was fully down. So it's pitch black.
Had to get pretty dark, yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's nighttime, right? And we're looking over the bank of this river. I'm sitting there. I got to stay pretty still because in the time lapse, you move your head a little bit, it looks like you're moving your head a lot because it's like fast forwarded.
Yeah,
So,
your head would just be this like blurry spot.
Yeah, this bobbing thing. But in the time lapse, you can see like, it's getting dark, and my head just looks up. And what had happened, this fucking glowing orange fucking disc appeared, like oval-shaped thing, like appeared over the top of us.
Yeah, it just appeared, and it was very obvious because we had been doing nothing but stare at the sky for the last, I don't know, I want to say 40 minutes or something.
Yeah.
Just chatting. It's pretty obvious when a massive fucking orange thing just appears.
Yeah.
Right?
And this isn't like a flare, because flares...
They come from somewhere.
Yeah, and you see them slowly dropping. And this thing was moving, but like not dropping or anything, but it was moving. It wasn't just
It was tracking along the sky.
Yeah.
At a different rate to all the other stars. Like over that time, you did kind of see things appearing to move or whatever. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever. Either way, you can see it moving relative to those things.
Yeah.
So it's out of sync. It's not those things.
No, and it was huge. Like it you see a star and you see a planet, and planets glowing and they're a little bit bigger than stars. Like this was fucking way bigger than anything in space that you can see from Earth.
Like let's face it, if you imagine like an airplane in the sky, well, they're at like 30,000 feet, and how big that thing is, even in its biggest dimension, right, front to back. It seemed bigger than that, so it's either smaller and closer,
Yep.
or fucking massive and at an obscure altitude, right?
Yeah, I mean, it was... You get that sense that this thing's fucking watching us. Like, that... Because we're alone in the jungle at night, and it's like, why is this here over the top of us, just appeared over the top of us?
Yeah, so I think you're going with it was a bigger and closer thing.
Yeah.
Or smaller and closer, or whatever it was substantial, but pretty close.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's like get a 10-cent coin or something and hold it out like that in front of you, fully extended, and then put it up in the sky. It was like that size glowing orange kind of thing. Like it was maybe a little smaller.
A little smaller than that, but not much smaller.
Yeah, but obviously not a flare, obviously not a drone, obviously not an aeroplane, or a meteorite, because meteors don't stop midair.
No, they tend not to, unless they're coming right for you.
Yeah, they just get bigger.
Yeah, it's like, and then it hit me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what to say about it. Like, it happened. I mean, I don't even know. If you look back at the time-lapse footage, can you see the general area around us get lighter at all?
I don't know.
Because it wasn't that bright. Because like you said, it was a bit of an orange thing. But
yeah.
It hung there for a bit. It didn't just sit there and stop. It started moving slowly and then zipped off.
Yeah.
And when I say zipped off, it's not like it blinked off like a light. It definitely went in a direction and got rapidly smaller.
Yeah, it fanged off.
It zipped. And we were left in the pitch black in the middle of the jungle, scared.
Yeah. It was like, after seeing that, it was like, we still need to walk back, like, in the middle of the, like, in pitch blackness in the jungle. And like I said, when you're under that canopy, it is as pitch black as you can get. Like, it's very dark. And, I mean, not to mention the tigers and stuff that are in that jungle, but fucking aliens.
Yeah, I know. Enough's enough.
Yeah. We got, like, tigers, leopards. Yeah, there's venomous snakes.
The elephants probably scared me the most.
Fuck, how did I forget about that? Oh,
Well,
because that was afterwards.
That was later in the trip.
That's right.
That was later in the trip.
Yeah.
That's when we went for another whole segment of it was a whole other segment of jungle as well.
Yes. Yeah. So after this UFO encounter, I mean, it wasn't like we got abducted or anything, but we did see an unidentified flying object in the jungle, and there's nothing. There's nothing else it could have been. Like, it wasn't anything that you
Dude, it's one of those things that, like, after seeing something like that, like, I'm not surprised when I see others. You kind of, it's weird. Yeah, I know people could probably say, oh, you just saw this, you just saw that, or whatever. It's like, I know what I fucking saw. I saw a weird light in the sky act very strangely, appear and disappear at incredible speeds.
Yeah.
I saw that. That's
Yeah.
all right. And we were in the middle of nowhere. This is not an airplane. This is like how big is this fucking jungle again?
Yeah, like 4,500 square kilometers.
All right,
It's-
cool. That's I don't know, pretty far away from anybody's drone.
Yeah, no shit.
know?
Yeah, yeah, and I mean, like, I've seen a UFO once or twice before, and like you know when you're looking at something that's a human aircraft or a human drone. It's like,
Yeah, because there's one thing we didn't mention, by the way, the silence out there.
yeah, yeah. I mean, if that was a drone, you'd fucking hear it.
Yeah, because it's weird how the mind, like, it's loud as fuck out there, but there are all these weird insect noises, especially at night. Like, the whole thing is just going beep, 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 just like buzzing at you. But your mind sort of takes that out, and like human noises, like a stick cracking or a mobile phone or something like that, they stand out because the background noise does.
Yeah,
you get used to after
it
a while.
becomes the status quo, it becomes the equilibrium, and it just becomes the norm. So you know when there is something like an unnatural noise.
Yeah, something
and
out of
it
out of the
stands out like
ordinary.
a sore thumb.
Yeah, but on that beach it was particularly quiet though. I do remember that. I remember it being very quiet. When that happened, it felt even quieter.
Yeah, and as well, Taman Negara was nowhere near as loud as fucking Borneo. That was insane.
Yeah.
That was like a power drill going off in your ear 24/7. The cicadas going ape shit.
Yeah.
But there was still obviously the jungle noises. So like, if there was a drone, even if it was quiet and very high up, you would hear it. It would stand out. You would go, that's not a jungle noise.
Well, the Phantom 3 was like the best drone on the market at the time.
Yeah.
And that thing's noisy as shit.
Yeah, and it also is red with green lights.
Yeah.
You know, it's not a solid glowing mass. And when I say glowing, it's not like bright shiny. It was just like a almost dull solid
Yeah,
light.
like a diffused light, like a light with I don't know.
it wasn't
was-
twinkling, you know.
That's
Like,
right. Yeah. And you didn't get those like those points of light coming off it, those spikes that come off it.
Yeah, like the
a star.
angelic lights.
Yeah,
like, yeah.
it was diffused a little bit.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
it was also very weird in its behavior, so that counts out any drone.
Yeah.
Because no drones act like that.
No.
Like it was, yeah. Anyway, yeah.
It was a UFO.
That was bizarre. So it kind of gave us the chills.
yeah, I mean,
That was a very brisk walk home after
yeah.
that.
yeah. I mean, like, I know aliens exist. I know UFOs are real. I know there are extraterrestrials, and I know they visit Earth. Like, I am 100%. I know you can never be 100% sure, but I am 100% sure that I believe it. And I think aliens, for some reason, I mean, if they were hostile, then we'd be fucked, and they probably would have already fucked us up. But for some reason, I'm more scared seeing an alien than I would be seeing a ghost. Like, for some reason,
Yeah, well,
like,
a ghost doesn't seem like it can put something up your ass,
yeah,
A
exactly.
ghost doesn't have as much reach. as
Well,
an
yeah, I
alien
mean,
does.
there's no sodomy experiences with ghosts per se.
I don't know.
Or Dan Aykroyd got sexually assaulted by
Yeah,
one,
it's actually-
apparently. But
Yeah. But did it assault him, or did it make him assault it?
Yeah, true. You know that scene in Ghostbusters actually happened to him. He claimed that actually happened to him, and it's like, well, the ghost was hot. Like, imagine if it was like fucking the ghost of like some.
Rosie O'Donnell.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Fucking Meatloaf unzipping your fly or some shit.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, now it's rape.
Yeah, no, he really lucked out there. That was
Yeah.
pretty awesome.
He got a hot ghost. I mean, if the alien was attractive, yeah, I probably wouldn't mind it fondling my feet.
And it's weird how like most people anyway, ghosts seem to just haunt the places you expect them to haunt.
Yeah.
Like they're always like this. It's kind of like when you see someone that kind of looks like a creep, and later on you find out he's a creep. It's like, yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, this place is actually haunted. I saw a ghost here. Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, exactly.
It's,
I mean,
it's a dodgy, weird old cellar in an abandoned
yeah.
house.
What's the ghost haunting? A tree? Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Now in the jungle, they're like the jungle's growing over all the ghosts as well.
yeah. It's, the
Just like
jungle
everyone
eats
else.
the jungle eats everything, even ghosts.
Takes them all up. We had no problems with that. What it did get scared of out there, and I wouldn't say scared. I get scared because I obviously default to your authority. And there's some things that you tell me and some things you don't. Like, when we were in Borneo that time, when we were in Malaysia the first time, for the Viper, you didn't tell me until Borneo that there could have been king cobras there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you didn't tell me that the whole time we were hiking that jungle, right?
Well, yeah,
it never popped up, but it was fine.
Yeah.
But you also didn't tell me it when we went to Borneo that time, and there was one on the driveway when we first arrived. A massive one.
That was fucking enormous, and it was swallowing like a 2-meter reticulated python.
Yeah, so I was scared when you get scared. That's what I'm trying to say. So when we're doing the tail of the taper, when you started getting pretty cautious about those rumblings that we were hearing, and I thought it was just distant stuff, and you're like, no, these are fucking close elephants.
We're in danger here.
I got pretty scared there.
Yeah, because that was... So we get a boat, this dude to drive us upriver, like quite a distance upriver, and then drop us off on this bank. And then we were to hike in, it was at least a day's hike to a place where, good spot for tapir, right? And we go the wrong way. Like because we got this lizard that we need to film. So we go off to this part of the jungle to film it, and which was the wrong way that we should have gone. We should have stuck sort of closer to the river. But as we're filming it, there's this like low rumbling sound.
You feel it more than you hear it.
Yeah, you feel it.
It's
in
like
your
mini
stomach.
earthquakes, or you don't know if like you've just like stepped on like some gravel.
Yeah,
It kind of has that feeling through your body.
Yeah.
This little crunch.
yeah. It's like it's a guttural feeling.
Yeah,
And
it's very strange.
Yeah, so I'm like, well, there's elephants near us. Like that's pretty cool, but then the grumbling was happening all around us. So that's when it's like, okay, we're in a bad situation here, because elephants, if you generally leave them alone, they're fine. But if you surprise one, spring up on one, or they just decide they don't want you there, they will absolutely lay you to waste. And these elephants, you could hear the rumbling, you could hear sort of crashing in the bush. These elephants knew we were there. And
we weren't on a beaten track at all.
No.
We were off the beaten track, so we didn't know what we had stumbled across.
Yeah.
And we just thought it was a cool setting to film this lizard. And maybe not.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. And it's like, well, they're all around us. Which way do we go? Like, we need to get out of here. We need to, and if we go that way, we're going to run into an elephant. If we go that way, we're going to run into elephants. Like, it was coming from all around us. So we went back the way we came, and we got out of there. But that could have been a fucking bad situation, like real quick.
Yeah, but it took a while for us to we took the main hiking tracks for a while before we ventured off after that.
Yeah, and I mean, when you say hiking tracks, it's like one step removed from a game trail. Like,
I wouldn't even say one step. It's like barely a game trail. It's like
that's why we got lost.
People.
We got lost a couple of times because the trails go fucking in all these weird directions.
And they call them trails, but like you said, they're very, very narrow. They're right in the middle of the jungle. The jungle consumes everything, so it gets overgrown in like 6 months.
Yeah. I mean, if
someone doesn't walk down this track for a while, you don't know there's a track there.
There's no track there anymore. Yeah. So we get to our hide, and we're like overlooking this
little mud pit.
Pit, yeah, exactly. It's a mud pit, and that's a great place for animals to go, because animals, they eat the mud for the minerals.
Yeah,
they bathe in the mud. They love mud pits, and that's when we caught the gecko, and it was a big ass gecko.
Yeah.
But fuck, do you remember what was it that? So during the night, all right, so we got food with us and stuff. We brought out like noodles and stuff.
Yeah, we were seriously overnighting it in the jungle there. We bought us because we thought we would just rough it. But like, fuck it, let's get some sleeping bags here. We got these sleeping bags that are probably the thickness of 2 A4 sheets of paper.
Oh, it was a medium-sized pillow slip.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I've still got that one.
Do ya?
Yeah, I've still got that sleeping bag somewhere just because how fucking funny and pathetic it
Oh,
is.
that's awesome.
But it was a little bit of comfort out there. And then we bought noodles from a local restaurant, put it in a styrofoam thing, and you know.
And when we say restaurant, we mean it's a boat.
Yeah,
that sells food.
It was a restaurant.
They were cool though. These floating boat restaurants.
That's a whole nother story. Is how cool the fucking food was at those floating restaurants.
Yeah,
man.
and they tasted like the river.
Yep. But you got used to it.
Yeah, you got used to it very quickly.
So yeah, we had our supplies or whatever. So we were gonna take shifts.
Yeah.
In just night spotting for this taper, right? Fucking, what are the odds that we're even going to see it? Right?
Oh yeah, I was like, this was our last chance to get one. Like, there was no other. We could spend another few days in the jungle, but this was the spot, and this was the time that we needed to find this animal. Otherwise, we would have had to seriously consider looking for another animal to do the documentary.
And we had hiked all fucking day to get to this one spot. We're there overnight. We had taken a boat to get there, and no one knows we're there. We're fucking in the middle of fucking nowhere, just with the cameras. I had the iPad to use as a light.
Oh yeah,
that was it. We didn't even bring lanterns with us.
No,
and we had the spotlight.
We had
torch.
the spotlight torch. Yeah,
that was it.
That was it. But I remember, remember that fucking tin can moving. But no, it was a candle. It was a candle.
Yeah.
There was a candle there, and it was moving by itself along the floor, rolling around. And Scott's like, "What the fuck is moving that? What the fuck is it?" And it turned out it was like a rat thing, wasn't it? That was eating it.
This is the first shift. I'm trying to get to sleep. You're just quiet in the darkness, just staring over this mud pit. I'm seeing on the other side of the hide this candle starting to just drift up the wall, right? And I'm thinking I'm seeing shit because the jungle does weird stuff to you.
Fuck
you
it does.
Feel like you're hallucinating in that kind of darkness because we're like thick in the jungle. Get a torch on it. It was some massive rodent eating the candle, but taking it up the. I don't know what the fuck it was.
Yeah,
scared the shit out of me. This hide had no walls on it or anything.
Nah,
really,
it was a block of fucking wood.
Yeah,
but do you know what? Like when you're saying the jungle does weird shit, I'm staring out into the blackness, and every now and then I'll turn the flashlight on to see if anything's there. Then I'll quickly turn it off.
Get the eye shine or whatever.
Yeah. But I'm staring out into Scott's trying to get some sleep. I'm staring out into the darkness, and I'm seeing the trees. And as my night vision's getting better, the trees are making weird shapes. Like, they're making the shapes of, like, skeletons and stuff like that. And you stare too long, you start seeing some weird shit.
Yep.
But, so every now and then, I'm getting a bit tired. I see something in the pitch blackness that I didn't notice before. So I put the spotlight on. It's a fucking tapir. Oh, fuck. I'm like, Scott, get up. It's because I just, like, quickly put the torch on it, then took it down because I didn't want to scare it off. But I know it's there in the darkness, and I'm waking Scott up. We're fumbling to get
one of the biggest adrenaline rushes I've ever had.
Fucking insane. Like, we have been out in the jungle for like 8 days or something looking for this thing, and finally there it is. And I have to get... So I need to be in the shot with this animal for it to look
when
good.
When we first saw it, we're like, fuck it. So I've got the camera set up. We've got these close-ups of it. You're shining the torch on it or whatever. Then it dawns on us like, I might be able to hold the torch
That's
as well.
Right. Yeah. And you get down there.
Yeah. And you go down there barefooted.
Fuck, that's another thing that scared the shit out of me. So I've got the GoPro, but I'm barefoot because I didn't have time to put my boots on or anything. So I'm walking through like the jungle, right? Trying to get close to this tapir. Scott's filming it, got the torch on it, so I know where it is. As I'm sneaking up on it, something goes whack right on my foot. Like, I mean, as you know, I've been stung and bitten by a lot of stuff, and this one really hurt, like bullet ant speck. And I have like, I've got a light to light my face, like the camera light. And I look down, expecting to see a venomous snake. I'm like, oh shit. But look down and it's like an ant the size of a fucking hamster. This giant ant. I was like, all right. That's That's
you can deal with that one.
That's not going to kill me. But I'm sneaking up on this tapir and it's like, it sort of cottons on that I'm there because it starts moving its proboscis up and down like its trunk and sort of like sniffing the air. But that can also be like an intimidation thing. But I got fairly close to it. Like,
Yeah, man.
yeah, fairly damn close. But because they
I
don't have
was
good
happy to get
eyesight.
those shots where I'm holding the torch and the camera, and I actually got you, and then straight over to the thing,
Yeah.
and still got it in focus because
That was perfect because
with
you
the heart beating and everything is
Yeah.
a fucking miracle.
Yeah, it was awesome. Like panning over and I'm in the same shot as it. Like that's awesome because
Yeah, no trick editing going on.
no,
in those
because
things.
what you could do is, and I've seen it done before on many wildlife shows, where they'll film the animal, then just film the person's face and them reacting to it, and like then.
Yeah.
They'll film like the camera crew probably went out and filmed this animal, then just made out like he was in the
Yeah,
same
it's a
shot.
green screen.
Yeah, but yeah, and then it bolted off into the jungle. But we had got wicked footage of it, like awesome footage. And I bought that flashlight in Malaysia. Like
Yeah.
we like fucking lucky we bought that. Otherwise,
We'd have
wouldn't
nothing. We'd have nothing.
Absolutely
We
nothing.
fluked the shit out of pretty much everything we ever did out
Oh,
there in the jungle.
For sure.
Somehow the stars aligned. Like, there's, like, from knowing what I know now about how production really works or should work, fuck, we did not pay heed to that at all.
No way. Like
We
that-
did it our own way, and we got a decent fucking product out of it.
Yeah.
And so
yeah,
what
they're,
the fuck more
they're
do you want?
wicked documentaries. And like it was all
But
self-funded.
they're better than just a good documentary that, like, knowing the way they were made. It's just like, wow, this is cowboy as hell.
Fuck yeah,
but then it
was.
comes together and you see it, and it seems like a studio might have done it.
It looks good. Like I edited it, and I'd never edited anything before in my life. I had to like teach myself how to edit, and I got pretty good at it. And like that mixed with like knowing to get B-roll of stuff, knowing to get cutaway shots.
Yeah.
like that came from watching other wildlife documentaries.
Yeah, what goes into these things? All right, let's try and film those things.
Yeah. And,
And splice
fucking,
it,
They look.
you
They
know?
look. They're fucking cool documentaries, and they were way more cooler to make,
Yeah.
like to actually be out there and do it. But I remember after we filmed the tapir, we're going back up, and I thought I was dreaming. I thought I'd fallen asleep and had dreamt the whole thing, like because
Yeah, because it was my first night shift where I was sleeping and you were up, and that's when we saw the taper.
Yeah.
And then right after that, it's probably still like midnight, but we were expecting to be up all fucking night.
yeah,
But we can both sleep now.
yeah,
Like that was a miracle, and it was a fucking one of the weirdest night sleeps ever
Fucking
because of all the
super
tricks
weird.
that the jungle plays on you,
Yeah.
right? And that's when that might have been when the floating candle thing happened.
yeah.
I can't even really remember. It was either when I was falling asleep before we saw the taper or just after. It was right in that sort of pocket. I probably got maybe an hour sleep
Yeah,
that night.
If
on and
that.
off.
I mean, you're so high on adrenaline, and you're also in a place that is notorious for tigers and leopards and aliens.
Yeah, that's it. You've seen all these things. You don't know what's going on. Something's attacked you before.
Yeah.
Fucking, you've got a sleeping bag that's pretty much just a bin bag.
Yeah. Yep. But so that's not where the story ends either, because something really cool happened to us when we were walking out of that jungle. So we
Oh,
have to
shit, yeah.
we have to go back to the riverbank to meet the driver if he, hoping he rocks up.
Yeah.
That's why you only pay him half now, half later. So they've
I
got
don't know if
something
we
sensible.
had. We might have been going on the honor system then.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, he was probably
Probably.
hoping for just a tip, and then we never gave him.
Yeah. I gave him a bottle cap. Chuck this in the bin, mate. No, but so we're walking back in the general direction that we think we'd come from. And we sort of lost track of the river because you follow the river, and that was sort of the general direction. It was like a tributary of the main river. But we kind of got lost.
We lost track of it big time because there was all those trees fallen over that tributary.
Yeah, that's
remember?
right. Yeah, yeah.
And we didn't know if we should have crossed then or gone straight. The path just ended, and we just took a gamble, right?
Yeah. So we're walking, and, we've been walking for quite a while, and we look up, and there's a woman standing in the jungle. And
Yeah.
not just a woman, but like a full indigenous native woman.
100%.
Like wearing barely
Real
nothing.
dark sort of Malaysian look.
Yeah.
Black, really curly hair
Yeah.
with beautiful flower ring around her head.
Yeah.
It stood out to me because you don't see that, and it's weird when you see someone just obviously out in the middle of the jungle. That's one thing. It could be just another fucking twitcher checking out some birds or whatever, some retiree or whatever
Yeah.
with too many pockets on their shirt. Could be that. it takes you a while to realize that, like, who is this woman?
Yeah, we're like it's when you see like a weird movie and like like horror movie, and there's just a woman standing there with like a ghost thing, and you're like, what the fuck is going on
Yeah,
here?
shouldn't be there, but you've seen people stand places before, so you're not super surprised. And it takes a while for the context to set in. Like, who are you? Why are you here? What's going on here?
And you're and
it's like fucking Pocahontas, man.
yeah, full blown. And then the rest of them come out, like all the other women and the men come out.
The women came out first,
Yeah.
and then the men were kind of like there protecting them.
Overseeing, like watching over them, like from a distance, and then they came down, and there was quite a few of them.
We had run into an indigenous tribe, of what are they called?
They're called the Orang Asli.
Orang Asli. I was about to say whatever we talked about in the Anaconda episode.
Oh, the Shirashama?
Yeah, the people of the mist. It's whatever. The people of the mist came out, right?
The people
Shirashama.
of the mist.
And it was magical.
It was really cool. Like at first, it's intimidating because you don't know. Like they could be headhunters. You don't know. Like they very well could be. They could be hostile to you. Like, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
You
Luckily, I was with Adam.
Well, yeah. Well,
so we had a few guns.
just a couple of bazookas, a few pythons. No, but we're like, I mean, they were intimidating looking because they are. You see Indiana Jones and you see things like that, and you see they're going to throw spears at us and stuff like that.
They outnumbered us as well. But,
outnumbered us at least 10-1.
And you could have assumed a language barrier. So straight away, you know they belong here. I don't.
Yeah.
Like that. There was very much that John Smith and Pocahontas vibe.
It's like if they don't want us here and they killed us, nothing would happen. We would be gone for it. Like there would be no investigation. We'd be gone.
But fucking somehow they knew we were lost.
Yeah, and they were awesome. They were so cool.
They were beautiful. All the women were smiling and kind of covering their faces, like shy, sort of like.
They were gorgeous looking people.
They were just like, but not in an anything sexual way. There was just some weird fucking beauty about them.
Yeah.
They just radiated this joy from their eyes.
Yeah.
And they basically just pointed us in the direction we needed to go.
Yeah, they didn't say anything. They just pointed that way.
Yeah,
and
we made some hand gestures like we don't know. We kind of did that sort of palms up sort of whatever. Yeah. And they kind of knew that we were lost, and they kind of just pointed in a direction. We thanked them and waved, and they made some murmurings. Yeah. But it was like one of the most beautiful encounters I've ever had in my life.
It was crazy. And I mean, for me, like, jungle adventure, right? Animals, survival, seeing native people. That is on the list of jungle adventure. That's what a jungle adventure needs to have in it.
That's normally the reason a lot of jungle adventures go wrong, by the way. But
yeah, I mean, from
a Hollywood point of view,
yeah.
They normally fuck a lot of shit up.
Yeah, I mean, Percy Fawcett apparently got like topped off by one of the indigenous tribes in the Amazon, he found this lost city of gold and is still living there to this day. But if they don't want you there, that's
still hasn't spent any of that gold, the bastard, stingy cunt.
Yeah. He's 200 years old as well. But it's like, yeah, I mean, that's their home, and they could have reacted very, very differently to us. But they were lovely, and
it was beautiful because it was such a passive encounter, right? It was just, we came, we smiled, we sort of interacted with hand gestures.
Yeah, there was no words needed.
They seemed to understand us. We understood them. We just walked off. Well, as we were walking away, we didn't know what we had just seen.
Yeah, we were like, what the fuck? It's almost like...
We didn't know they were whatever people of the mist that you had. We didn't know what indigenous people were out there. Mm. We knew that there was, but that you don't think of that straight away when you see people out there. You think, are this just a?
You never think you're gonna run in. You never think you're gonna run into them. Like, you know that they're out there, but you don't know that your paths are gonna cross randomly. Like, and they assumed we were lost because basically they found two white dudes. Fucking in the middle of the jungle. Of course, we were lost.
But that one of them that had the Black Lives Matter hat, that was a bit weird. Jokes, obviously.
No, they were really cool, and that's one of my top 10 jungle experiences. Like, was to see these fucking amazing indigenous people to that area and just running and then them saving us. They saved us a lot of fucking around and a lot of shit. Like we could have been lost forever.
Dude, they could have pointed us in the other direction.
Yeah, oh, imagine that.
Imagine if like the way we came, they just pointed straight back down there.
The old fucking...
Because we just trusted whatever they pointed
Yeah.
to. We just trusted them. For some reason, we thought, all right, these guys are trying to help us.
Yeah.
We assumed that as well.
Imagine that, They did the old jungle stitch up.
Yeah.
Go that way.
Yeah. We're still out there.
They've just seen a tiger that way as well. There you go, guys. Oh, fuck.
I know this podcast is really going long, but before we wrap up, could I just mention a couple of the funniest parts of that whole journey to me?
Yeah.
One time, so you come out of the jungle. Sometimes it was dark, obviously, as we've mentioned before. And you're trying to get one of those little boats back over to the other side of the river, right? And so you have to flash your torch, flash some lights to get one of the locals to get on his little boat, come over, pay him the ringgit to get back across. One time we do that, and he's bringing over a whole bunch of like kids that were like on these like sort of journey as backpackers, like little 18, 19-year-old kids, obviously like tripping on acid or something.
Oh, yeah.
And they're coming over to the dark side of the jungle at night while we're leaving it, right? Dumb idea. Really bad idea. And they ask us advice if there's fresh fruits and stuff to eat out in the jungle. Yeah. Will it be easy to find food? They've got this vision of jungle like there's just bananas hanging in the tree.
They think it's like, what is it, Swiss Family Robinson, where like there's monkey butlers. You could just it's a pantry of, you know, mangoes hanging everywhere, and you could just go out there and gorge.
We didn't advise against it that much. We just nah, man, you'll be fine. And we
Yeah,
just let these kids disappear to stay overnight in this.
They were never seen again.
We didn't see them again.
No,
they didn't come back to town.
We were there for quite a while.
So if there's like 4 missing backpackers in Malaysia from 2015 or whatever, we might know what happened to them.
Yeah, and you know, I went back to that jungle 2 times afterwards, one by myself. Imagine just finding like 4 skeletons.
Yeah.
They got fruit in their hand.
They actually found something. Yeah. It's like, good for them.
It's fresh fruit for some reason.
Yeah, so that was a hilarious moment as well.
Apart from me stacking it in the cave, that was pretty funny when I slipped.
That was very funny. But when you stack it, it's always hilarious.
Yeah. I do old man stacks.
Yeah, you got that awkward. Yeah, you don't fall right, man. It's hilarious. But also, it was my birthday while we were filming that over there.
That's right, yeah.
And so a great moment was...
Rendang pizza.
Yeah, we had filmed everything because it was just after we had wrapped. We'd just got back from this thing.
Best
my
feeling
birthday.
ever,
Best feeling. We've got all the shots we need. We might just go out and get some things in case, just whatever. But then we went for a swim.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
And Johnny Clegg was playing.
Fuck yeah, it was.
And
yeah,
so bringing it back around to the theme of my podcast about music and stuff, that's a great music moment for me.
That was sick.
Just drinking beers. We'd wrapped this show in the middle of fucking nowhere after God knows what we had been through. Aliens, elephants, fucking indigenous people, fucking tapirs. It was a moment and a half. Just drinking beers in a pool, listening to Johnny fucking Clegg.
Yeah. And Johnny
awesome.
Clegg's kind of been the theme tune for like all the trips, hasn't it?
Every
like,
trip, even every time we work together as well. Like
it's the theme tune for my life.
Yeah. if you think of Adam, just put on Johnny Clegg, and you'll understand how he thinks as well.
Sum me up pretty damn well. All right. Well, there's going to be shit that we forgot to put in.
Tons. That's a good fucking summary of what happened, man. Yeah. That was a great trip, and I appreciated fucking everything about it.
Yeah.
Thanks for getting me involved.
Thanks for being there. I mean, they were the best. Those 3 doggos we did were the best trips I've ever had. Like, they were sick. I mean,
definitely the coolest and weirdest trips I've been on.
Very
as well.
Weird. And we'll talk about we'll do a Bearcat of Borneo one as well.
All right. That's a fun time.
Yeah, big time. Yeah, that was sick. But that's it for Tale of the Tapir. Hope you enjoyed it, and check out Scott's podcast, the Jam Room podcast. It's available on Spotify.
And you don't have to, guys. It is what it is. I appreciate it.
So don't check out Scott's podcast. All right, thanks for being here, Scott. It's been a wicked recapping that trip because there was stuff I forgot, and yeah, it's just been awesome.
Thanks, man. It's a lot of fun. I need a beer.
Another one. You're on like 6 already.
Yep.
All right. We'll see you next time on Thorn's Jungle. Cheers, guys.